Hi, this is Lucy McCall of Alla Mesa Miracles. This is As Above, So Below. And I'd like to say dum da dum dum. Does that sound gnarly? Yeah, well, it could be gnarly this week. The biggest concern for just about any astrologer right now is Mars opposing Pluto. Now, it's true we get that about every 2.5 years. And, and it does bring about wars. Different aspects of Mars, Pluto tend to bring wars. And so does Saturn, Mars, and so does Saturn, Pluto. So we have this Mars opposed Pluto right when the voting is happening, 2 days after. And then we have a full moon coming up in a couple of weeks where Uranus is going to square that. And the biggest concern is that Mars is going to be retrograding back and forth over these points for months. So this is like this boiling problem. And all kinds of people are saying all kinds of scary things about it. At the same day that we have a Mars opposed Pluto, we also have a Jupiter opposed Venus, or Venus opposed Jupiter, however you want to say it, and a Venus trine Chiron, which could bring a healing energy to the whole thing. But lately what I've been seeing in the last couple of years, more than I've ever seen in my 50-something years of astrology, that where Mars-Pluto seems to be taking precedence all the time. I mean, there could be other kinds of lovely aspects that are powerful and strong, but not as strong as to the occurrence and what is actually happening with Mars-Pluto. So that's a concern that I have. And then I want to say, well, then what are we supposed to do about it? I mean, how many of us are in politics on a very heavy-duty level, or have any kind of, or billionaires can do any kind of movement that way? I guess what I keep thinking is, why is it just a small group of old men, mainly men and mainly old, are making these decisions when there's these billions of people around who do not want a war, who do not want nuclear war, who want peace, who want to just have healthy food to eat and a good place to sleep and some good work and fun during the day. It's not too much to ask out of life to just have those things and to live that way. But there's these people at the top who are spoiling it. And so why is it that this handful of people does that? And why is it that Mars and Pluto, which are way out there, it's almost like the same equivalence of weirdness, that why are they affecting so much? Why are these people affecting so much? So if you have the answer, let me know. But and probably people have some partial answers. I don't know if anybody has the big answer. But what are we supposed to do about it? And the only thing I know what to do about it is the veil is thin right now. We can pray about it, or we can do our magic. Whatever spiritual form you use, whatever form you believe in a positive manner, please, thank you. Let's pull it out. Let's light those candles. Let's do some prayers, because I don't know what else we're going to do. I mean, it's important that we vote, just because at least and how that eventually works, I don't know either. But it is a kind of affirmation that you're voting for the less warlike person. And yet I know on a presidential level, no one has said, no, we're going to stop the wars. No one has said that. Maybe they're going to. Maybe they're hiding that truth. And then everyone loves to say how complicated it is. Oh, it's complicated. Oh, it's complicated. I hear that about everything. Oh, well, we can't get rid of this horrible thing because it's complicated. Well, I've heard that people say that who owned Dairy Queen before. That, oh, it's complicated. We can't feed people right. I'm sorry. There must be a way around this. I'm just this little person here being an astrologer, but I keep thinking there's a way around all this devastation. I mean, anything we do to ourselves, it affects the earth in a bad way. How can we do this? There's other good aspects, though. There is a sun trine Saturn, which is very sobering and might make people have good wisdom. And there is a Venus trine Chiron. I already said something about that. It's just, that can be very healing. And that might be good. And Mercury sextile Pluto means, and Mercury trine Mars also brings out things that have been hidden, that we have not been able to see clearly about, that we can begin to get some understanding about some things that have been in the darkness and in the shadow, and we can't figure out what's going on. So I think we're going to find out what's really happening this week. And I wish I could give us more positive things to do. I just don't know any better than what I just offered. There is this thing about we should all take care of ourselves and take care of the people around us. During this time with all that Mars energy, that makes us all personally on the edge, easy to anger, easy to get mad. So are you surprised with what we're dealing with politically in the world right now, that the planets are so hard? As above, so below. That's how it is. It's reflective. If we could, if anyone who wants to go actually try and talk to Mars, Mars, could you hold back? Mars is like a berserker. It's hard once they get going to stop. But we are just going to have to try. Now, the new moon, which is today, and was at 6:47 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, is trining Saturn. So this is actually, hopefully, this is what we actually do get to do, is actually get to get some work done. Get a lot of discipline in our lives and do some wonderful things. Yay, Saturn. Saturn can be, when it's in a positive aspect, it can just do wonders for us getting our life together. And what can I say about herbs for us right now? I think most of us need to get a good night's sleep. So, I've tried all kinds of herbs for sleep, and some work and some do not. And for each individual, like I've always been happy with valerian. It really calms me down and makes me sleep. Wild lettuce is one of my favorites. Glycine, that I think it's a mineral. I'm sorry, I can't remember if it's an amino acid or a mineral, but it really helps it to calm the nervous system down so that when you finally put your head down, you can go to sleep. But sometimes with all the stress around, it's really, really, really hard to sleep, even with all these herbs and vitamins. And I guess if you took a real knockout drug, that would help. But who wants to get addicted to that? You don't want to be addicted to anything right now. It'd be a good idea to be on your own energy as much as possible. But the other thing is, what I do often when I go to sleep is I have a little talk with the Creator about, hey, I may be important at this point. I might be helpful to people. I need to have my sleep because I'm set up that way. Please let me go to sleep. And that works. That works pretty good. It might take a few minutes, but it gets me knocked out for a while. So I suggest that too. So I'm just going to say good luck to all of us. We all have a lot of job to do. There's a big job to do right now, because not only are the warmongers trigger happy and just being absurd, we're all having to deal with our anger for different reasons, whether it's racial or sexist or just how annoying it can be with the economy right now. Whatever it is, we're all dealing with a certain amount of anger, and that means we all have to be careful how we use it, because it can be very good at just getting some stuff done. Today you don't have a job, you need a job, but maybe your house is a mess. Maybe you just clean your house. Maybe that'll organize things so that you can get what you need. You don't have a place to live. Maybe do whatever you can about that. Do everything you can about that. It's a time of putting in great effort. That's what Mars is good for, is putting in great effort. So now's a good time for effort. And okay, many blessings. Happy Halloween, Samhain, Dia de las Muertes. Hope the ancestors give you some good, important information. And don't forget to feed them. They always want a little something off your plate. Take care.